We are a community of a lot of different people and a lot of different beliefs and faiths. So let's have a moment of silence, and each in your own way. I pray to the triune God of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Each in your own way, offer your prayers and thoughts for our cities, the people in it. Maybe a particular mention for Debbie Goodman. She's having some issues, can't be with us tonight. But please offer those up in a moment of silence. Thank you. Amen and thank you.
And the pledge will be by Andy Whitten. Will you please? Okay. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Kane.
Here.
Marshall. Fordyce.
Here.
Brunner. Klein.
Here.
Devine. Whitten.
Here.
Cowgill.
Here.
McKinley.
Okay, we're going to start right off with Community Spotlight. Community Spotlight tonight is Master Gardeners. Master Gardeners, would you please come to the front? All the way. Stand all the way up here. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for being here. Master Gardeners. Master Gardeners is a volunteer organization of people passionate about gardening and teaching others to garden. Master Gardeners volunteer their time by going to schools, giving classes, working events like Earth Day, and working in the gardens. Master Gardens also helps with community gardens throughout the city. Master Gardeners have 2 gardens at Matter Park that they created and take care of. They have the demonstration gardens at the old Bear Cage, location at the Children's Gardens at the Meadows in Matter Park. Master Gardeners take continuing education yearly from Purdue Extension offices. So far in 2025, across the state of Indiana, 1,828 Master Gardeners have volunteered 40,020 hours to help communities in their gardens and parks, valued at $1,297,722 worth of labor. Wow. Helping others grow is their motto. Tonight we have President Barbara Jones, Co-President Penny Stewart, Coordinator of the Children's Gardens, Yvonne Riffle, Past Secretary, Jeanette Spratt is the Coordinator of the Window Sill Program, Charlene Powell is Treasurer, Beth Ann Guido, Chairman of the Committee and Coordinator of the Demonstration Gardens in Matter Park. And if one of you would like to say something to the city, who's your spokesperson? Go ahead.
I was just going to say you covered it all. I couldn't get over how thorough you were. Thank you very much.
That was because I had somebody instruct me.
Well, she did good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So before you leave, the council and the city would like to give you an award. And we'd like to have all the council people up here with you.
Well, may I say something first?
Sure.
In addition to everything you said, they help, at least one, probably all of them, help out in community gardens that we have around town. And Beth Ann, I have countless plants that owe their lives to you. And I am grateful. I mean, they do stuff throughout town, not just what Councilman Fordyce was talking about. So thank you. And my plants, thank you.
And 1.2 million, is that what you said, worth of labor?
Yes.
That is amazing. Wow. You guys want to come to my house and do anything, you feel free, all right?
I got one more, Marty. I guess. I just want to say thank you, ladies. They do so much at the gardens, and a lot of that stuff. I know they'll bring their own mulch and their own plants and plant them, and they do a wonderful job. So thank you very much. Sorry. Next, we have the City Employee Spotlight, which is Chris White, Human Resources. Is Chris here? Please come forward so I can embarrass you. No. So Chris White will be celebrating her 25th anniversary with the City of Marion. She was hired on November 13th, 2000. Over the years, she has worked in various roles, including administration positions in the legal department, IT department, the mayor's office. Her current position is human resources. Chris is a very important part of the Controller's Office team by helping out wherever and whenever called upon. Outside her work with the city, Chris and her husband are co-owners of Shi-Ro Kai Martial Arts Dojo since 2019. It's on 3400 South Adams, which is a significant part of Chris's life to this day. Her and her husband are both senseis and instructors in the dojo for youth classes and adult classes. Chris and her husband have mastered the art of Shi-Ro Kai and are both black belts. So don't make her mad if you go into HR, please.
That's why she's in HR.
The dojo has a 5-star rating and is considered the best martial arts school in central Indiana. We would like to thank Chris for her dedication and service to our city and community and give her a token of our appreciation. Thank you, Chris. Would you like to say anything to everybody? No? No. So if the council would come up,
I'd like to say.
we could get a picture.
I've been with the city for 30 years, so we've worked together for 25, like you said. I'm telling you guys, she is so dedicated. She works so hard. I adore her. She knows that. And a lot of their students with their martial arts, they go to all these competitions and they all medal. These guys are incredible. She, well deserving tonight, Chris. I'm glad they did it for you, darling.
If council could come up, take a picture. We'd like to present this to you.
Thanks, Chris.
Here, Chris. Thanks, Marty. Appreciate it very much. Okay. Next on the agenda is approval of minutes and consideration of pre-approved claims and consideration of claims. Does anybody have any comments or questions or about the claims or the agenda or anything? I would entertain a motion to pass.
I'll move we pass the consent agenda.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Klein, a second by Councilman Cowgill. Madam Clerk, would you take the roll?
Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
Aye.
Okay, moving on to unfinished business. Oh, I'm sorry. Committee reports. Does anybody have any committee reports? None? Okay. Hearing none, we'll move on to unfinished business. Madam Clerk?
General Ordinance 10, 2025, vacation of portion of public way, second reading and public hearing. An ordinance vacating a portion of the alley in the 1700 block of West 6th Street. Vincent Miskovich petitions to vacate a portion of Geneva Avenue alleyway in Marion, Indiana, citing various reasons. The petitioner, Vincent Miskovich, is the owner of property at 1718 West 6th Street, Marion, Indiana. Miskovich is seeking to vacate alleyway adjacent to lots number 4 through 29 and lot number 34 in the Parkersburg addition. Two property owners have not yet consented. The reason for the alley vacation is that the alleyway is unnecessary for access to adjacent landowners, emergency vehicles, or utilities. The city will no longer maintain the area, transferring maintenance responsibilities to the petitioner, and the alleyway does not contribute to the neighborhood growth or public benefit. Speaking, Attorney Joseph Certain.
Mr. Certain? Hit your mic there, Joe, please.
Yes, there. Okay, can you hear me now? I represent Mr. Miskovich, who owns all but 5 lots in the area and that adjacent to the alley, the platted alleyway. Platted alleyway basically runs through a forest. It's unkept, unimproved in any way. Mr. Miskovich has a desire to have that vacated to allow him to develop those areas that he owns, which are basically everything from Lot 8 and Lot 29 all the way to Geneva Avenue. There's really no reason to have this alleyway dedicated, as it's not been improved, and it goes no place because it's not improved. Even if it did, it would go only from Pennsylvania Avenue to Park Avenue. So we would ask that the council pass vacation of the alley on second reading.
Okay, thank you. Do I have any council members who'd like to comment on the vacating of the alley? Councilman King?
I guess I'll speak. I visited the location, and I'm torn whether to pass or deny this. And I'm still struggling with that decision, actually. I know we can take this to third reading, and before we open this up to the public, I would strongly recommend at this point in time that we take this to third reading.
Okay, thank you, Councilman Kane. Anybody else have anything from the council? Okay, seeing not, this is a second reading public hearing. I'm going to open it up to the public for any objections or agreements with the vacating. I'd like for you to state your name, your address, and keep your comments to 3 minutes and keep it relative to the vacating of the alley. Do I have anybody?
This is Mr. Lloyd Brown. He lives at 1710 West 6th Street.
Turn it on.
He had cancer surgery, so I'm helping
Okay.
him talk. So, because a lot of things he can't say, or you can't understand him.
Okay.
We object to the alleyway being vacated because Mr. Miskovich has brought trash from his business and thrown it all over back there onto Mr. Brown's property, all over the back lots back there. He was cited by the city for an abundance of trash. And yeah, he's dumping and digging. He's bulldozers out there between midnight and 3 a.m. digging holes and putting them under the ground. They also use it as a racetrack with go-karts at all hours of the day and night. They also have come in, what word do I want to use? They were fined for having illegal structures built on the city alleyway that they did not take care of and were not ever punished for. And we object of all these things.
So I complain and complain and complain. And the city let this man build up both sides. Because then I said, we can't do that. Why can't it by way?
We sent
We got
pictures
evidence?
through the clerk's office. I know you guys probably got all those.
Yes, we did.
Abundance of pictures.
We got all the
Yeah.
pictures, yes, we did. Thank you.
Okay. But that we object strongly to it being vacated because it's just gonna give him more access to put more trash and bring more stuff back there. And Mr. Brown, we believe, caught his cancer from all the toxic chemicals and wastes and all that he had back there.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time
All right, thank you.
and you speaking. You're welcome. Do we have anybody else from the public that would like to speak for or against the vacating of this alley?
I did not mean to take additional time and delay here, but I just want to point out that the objections that are made here are with respect to, or allegations with respect to Mr. Miskovich and his use of the areas adjacent to the property of this alleyway. Has nothing whatsoever to do with whether the alleyway is properly dedicated. Those activities that are being complained about are activities that are occurring now with the alleyway existing. Vacation of the alleyway would have nothing to do whatsoever. If Mr. Miskovich is violating the city ordinance, then there are remedies for that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Is there anybody else from the public for or against?
In response to his comments, Mr. Brown owns 4 lots right there on the back of that alleyway, and he has had trash and debris and all that kind of stuff thrown on all his property too. So I just want to come up and comment to his response.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, if there's nobody else, I would entertain a motion from the council.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we pass General Ordinance Number 10, 2025 to a third reading.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Kane, and I have a second by Councilman Klein. Madam Clerk, would you please take roll?
Kane,
Aye.
Fordyce,
Aye.
Klein. Yes. Witten. Yes. Cowgill.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Madam Clerk, new business.
General Ordinance 11, 2025, adding a grant administrator for transportation, first hearing. An ordinance fixing the maximum salary of appointed officers and employees and the annual payment of flex $250 to non-contractual full-time employees of the City of Marion, Indiana for the year of 2025. The City of Marion Department of Transportation's goal is to hire someone for this position to be trained by Chuck Martindale for a few months before retirement. This position is very important to acquire. Transportation runs on 85% grants. Speaking, Jeff Edwards or Chuck Martindale.
Good evening.
Good evening,
I
Jeff.
think she said it all right there.
Yeah, she did pretty good, right?
yeah, she
You shouldn't have to
did.
say anything, should you?
Well, I don't want to mess it up. You know, we're trying to create a position to take, I hate to say it, you know, to take Chuck's job. Never thought I'd be up here saying that, but he's been here 45 years. So this position definitely needs 6 months training. Since 2010, we've been running free bus rides, so 85% grants. So we, you know, this is very important to get this covered. So if you have any questions, we have the esteemed Chuck Martindale here too, if you
Yeah,
want to speak with him.
My only question, it's a statement. Chuck, doesn't 50 sound better than 45 for retiring? Just 5 more years? Look at him, he's like, no.
I like you, Brian. You know, but you know, this is a very important position, and it needs 6 months of training.
Any other council people have any questions for Jeff on this?
Just a comment. I can't even imagine the savings that Mr. Martindale and your department has brought to the city taxpayers. Without that, I dare say we would have minimum service at best in the city of Marion. So, wow, I applaud you, Mr. Martindale.
Yeah, Chuck is millions. I can't put a number on it. I can just say millions. So since I've been here, you know, 8 years, he's
Awful tough shoes to fill.
yeah. It's hard for me to be up here talking about that right now, but yeah, but it needs to be done because he told me he's retiring. So.
Are there any other questions or comments from the council? Okay, if not, I would seek a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we pass General Ordinance Number 11, 2025 to a second reading and public hearing.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilman Kane, a second by Councilman Cowgill. Madam Clerk, would you please call?
Kane,
Aye.
Fordyce,
Aye.
Klein,
Yes.
Witten,
Yes.
Cowgill,
Aye.
Passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you. June 3rd, okay, thank you.
Okay, Madam Clerk, moving on.
Resolution 7, 2025, a request to approve the resolution for the Jones Heritage Allocation Area, a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Marion, Indiana, approving certain matters in connection with the Marion Consolidated Economic Development Area, Jones Heritage Allocation Area. The City of Marion Redevelopment Commission previously adopted and amended resolutions establishing and expanding an economic development area known as the Marion Consolidated Economic Development Area, designating certain portions of the area as allocation areas for purposes of Section 39 of the Act and approving an economic development plan for the area. In anticipation of the redevelopment of the Jones Middle School building on September 20th, 2024, the Marion Redevelopment Commission approved and adopted its resolution, further amending the declaratory resolution by adopting a supplement to the plan for the area. On October 1st, 2024, the Marion Plan Commission approved and adopted a resolution approving the resolution and plan supplement and determining that the resolution and plan supplement conform to the plan of development for the City of Marion, Indiana. Speaking, Chris Greisel, Barnes and Thornburg.
Thank you, Vice President Fordyce, members of the council. For the record, Chris Greisel, Barnes and Thornburg, counsel for the City of Marion Redevelopment Commission. Happy to be before you here tonight. Tonight is really just a procedural step in approving an allocation area. We are the Redevelopment Commission in concert with the administration, excuse me, is considering a project to redevelop Jones Middle School. As part of that project, a TIF consideration is being pledged to a project agreement that'll be before this commission more than likely next month. In order to do that, we need to amend the allocation area to create the what we're calling the Jones allocation area. It's a site-specific TIF that we would create for the project. As was mentioned in the executive summary, the Redevelopment Commission approved the creation of this in a declaratory resolution. The Plan Commission also approved it, so now it's here before you tonight. After your consideration, it'll go back to the Redevelopment Commission for a public hearing on a confirmatory resolution, where the Redevelopment Commission will simultaneously approve the project if and when that time comes. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Chris. Do we have any questions from the council for Chris? Or Baker Tilly? Baker Tilly's here also on that? And
Yes, absolutely. Greg Balsano from Baker Tilly is here as well.
Any questions for him? I see no questions.
You ready for a motion?
I'm ready for a motion.
I would like to make a motion that we pass Resolution 7, 2025 in its entirety.
I have a motion from Councilman Cowgill, a second from Councilman Kane. Could I have a roll call, please, Madam Clerk?
Kane,
Aye.
Fordyce,
Aye.
Klein,
Yes.
Witten,
Yes.
Cowgill.
Aye.
Thank you very much, Chris. You're up next, buddy. Thank you.
Resolution 8, 2025, a request to approve the resolution for the downtown fire station. A resolution of the Common Council of the City of Marion, Indiana, approving certain matters in connection with an amendment to the declaratory resolution for the Marion Consolidated Economic Development Area and the Economic Development Area for said area, downtown fire station. The City of Marion Redevelopment Commission previously adopted and amended resolutions establishing and expanding an economic development area known as the Marion Consolidated Economic Development Area, designating certain portions of the area as allocation areas for purposes of Section 39 of the Act, and approving an economic development area for the area. In anticipation of the redevelopment of the downtown fire station on January 10th, 2025, the Marion Redevelopment Commission approved and adopted its resolution, further amending the declaratory resolution by adopting a supplement to the plan for the area. On January 28th, 2025, the Marion Plan Commission approved and adopted a resolution approving the resolution and the plan supplement, and determining that the resolution and the plan supplement conform to the plan of the development for the City of Marion. Speaking, Chris Greisel, Barnes and Thornburg.
Thank you again, Vice President Fordyce, members of the council. For the record, Chris Greisel, Barnes and Thornburg, counsel for the Redevelopment Commission. Happy to be before you. Similar to the last agenda item, this agenda item is for the potential redevelopment and hopeful redevelopment of the downtown fire station, which we plan to be before you next month with final consideration of the project. As part of the redevelopment plans, we are pledging and considering a pledge of TIF to support the bonds for the project. And so just like we did with the Jones allocation area, we've made an amendment to the allocation area supporting the fire station, necessary to take those final steps if and when it goes through the process. Similar to the Jones allocation area, the Redevelopment Commission approved its declaratory resolution. The Plan Commission's approved the plan as well. So now it's here before you tonight. And then after tonight, it'll go before the Redevelopment Commission for a public hearing and their final consideration of the project when that time comes. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Chris. Does the council, any of the council people have any questions for Chris or Baker Tilly on this, on the fire station? Seeing none, I am ready for a motion.
Yes, Mr. Vice President, I would happily make a motion that we pass Resolution 8, 2025 in its entirety.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilman Cowgill, a second by Councilman Kane. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Kane,
Aye.
Fordyce,
Aye.
Klein. Yes. Witten,
Yes.
Cowgill.
Aye.
Thank you for your time this evening.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it very much. Okay, our next item, I'd like to have the superintendent of the street department go ahead and come up on this next additional appropriation, because we have, through discussions and with the superintendent of the citywide maintenance and speaking with the administration, we're going to table this for right now. It's on the railing down along the walkway on the river. And Randy's came into some other information that he needs to dissolve before he moves forward with this project with the specifically DNR. He wants to make sure that we do this correctly. That railing's been a problem ever since we've put it in with when it floods and the trees. So,
Mr. Vice President,
yes.
can we step back from that a second? And can I make a comment on that?
Sure.
I'd like to see this stay on track. And can't we continue and move this on to second reading? And in the meantime, collect all that data before second reading? And then if we don't have all the data that we need to move forward with that, then we can hold it up on second reading. That way it keeps it on track. The people that are most affected on that are people with disabilities that can't use that walkway and maneuver down through there. So, because my understanding is that it's closed right now.
Yes, sir.
So if we can keep it on track, we're going to save at least 2 or 3 weeks in this project. And I see no reason, me personally, I see no reason to table it. And we can keep moving forward with the project and collect data in the meantime. Thank you for your time.
Sure. To address that and answer that, we can't move forward with that because of the way it was proposed without any approvals through the DNR, and the way that it is worded on the way that the railing is for ADA with the Disabilities, American Disabilities Act. It's not worded correctly. So we're going to table it for tonight because of that and reattach some different wording and possibly some different estimates on it for the way that we've got to go forward with it.
I hate to see that too, just for the fact everybody, it's summer's here, everybody's using it. I didn't see this first I've heard of this. I didn't know that there was even an issue, so to speak.
We can't deflect anything that comes down that waterway back into the water. That's the issue.
So you're saying it just comes straight on?
Correct. And like I've explained to the mayor and I've spoken to Councilman Fordyce, it's not the railing that's the issue. It's how it's mounted to the concrete. It can't withstand that force. So if we try to deflect it, we get in trouble. It has to be able to have its natural, correct.
So that is the purpose for us. And Randy has asked for that express time to make sure he gets the correct approvals.
So
And
Randy,
then-
you're comfortable with tabling?
To be honest with you, I'm comfortable with either one. I just want to get more information
Because
because I don't want to make this
I have
wrong.
a thought of moving it on, but with all deliberate speed and knowing that we can always strip out language and numbers and amend.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I feel too. I agree with Councilman Klein and Councilman Kane. I hate to just delay this I understand what you're saying, if we need more data or whatever the issue is. But if we can resolve that by the time we get to the second reading, then we didn't lose time for people using that compared to putting it back 2 or 3 weeks at a minimum.
Correct, and it is currently blocked off.
What's the over-under on getting that done within the next 2 weeks?
Oh, I could have it done by then.
Of that information and all the red tape
Correct.
and
Well,
everything?
if that's the case,
I've
I would
reached out to-
strongly urge we pass it then.
I've reached out to DNR already. I have a meeting with them as soon as they schedule it, because, it's on their time, to figure out what legally we're allowed to do, like I've spoken to Mr. Fordyce about, because I don't want to build it and then have to tear it back down.
I agree,
This isn't a small.
but you'll know by the second reading whether we can go forward or not at that
And
point.
as soon as I gather that information, I will forward it to all of you.
Okay.
And if we don't have that done by what would be the second reading, we could table it then.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all.
So would you
We would just
accept?
have to amend it when it comes back.
Yeah. So
Because-
would you accept a motion to pass this to second reading and public hearing?
I would ask for a motion to pass.
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilman Klein, a second by Councilman Kane. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Kane,
Aye.
Fordice,
Aye.
Klein. Yes. Witten,
Yes.
Cowgill.
Aye.
Thanks, Randy. We'll just have to rewrite that and amend that when you bring it back to us. So hopefully we can have it in 2 weeks.
Thank you, Randy.
I agree with everybody that if we can get those approvals, if we can move forward and do that correct. Yeah.
Sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Randy. So that passes on to second reading and public hearing. The only other thing that I have is Splash House opening May 24th. Get your bathing suits and bikinis ready, everybody. Get out there with your big umbrellas. And then we also have, which this is a big event, and it literally brings millions of dollars into our community and our city, is the NAIA Track and Field National Championship, May 21st through 23rd at Indiana Wesleyan University. It is just going to be, it's an awesome event. This is, I believe, the second year that they have entertained that. And it is fantastic and huge. We have teams from all over the nation that participate in this. So if you get a chance to go out there, and other than that, that's all we have. And I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
After you sign.
Second.
Sure. I have a motion to adjourn by Councilman Cowgill, a second by Councilman Kane. Madam Clerk.
Kane,
Aye.
Fordice,
Aye.
Klein. Yes. Witten. Yes. Cowgill.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Master Gardeners.